Good morning, good afternoon on this Wednesday. So, man, I love doing that as kind of an opening. It's really good. Um, so as we noted yesterday, the patch for Fallout 4 VR has dropped. It's in beta stage right now, so you have to opt into it, and which means they'll be doing more tweaking and whatnot. But sorry, I'm a bit distracted while I'm getting things set up in the background. So there's a lot of tweaks going on to the beta patch, so that's one reason we're gonna play it. They've fixed scopes, or well, I'll say they haven't fixed them, but they've created a solution to them, which is a solution I figured they would have done given what I know about programming and coding and engines and all that. So all right. So let's see here. Let me get things going. Right. Let's close that. Let's get that going. And also, hopefully y'all liked the, hopefully it was effective. I'm hoping it was effective, the capture method I started using yesterday to hopefully kind of eke out a bit more, better visuals. Again, I don't know if you notice it on stream so much as the, later high quality version that comes out, but and the first one's going up tonight, so be sure to check that out if you've missed anything. So yes, the patch addresses several things, but let's go ahead and get started. So let me see here. Go ahead and pop to the screen, might as well. Right. Okie dokie. So we'll go ahead and get the game started. So with the beta patch now being out, it did break one of my mods. It seems to have only broken one mod. Now I haven't installed a huge amount of mods, but it broke one. It broke the Place in Red standalone mod. Let's get that out of the way. So it broke that, so maybe I had to disable it. There might be an update later on that fixes that, so until then. Which means I had to reinstall the old achievements mod that lets you get achievements while you have modded VR. So one of the things they've done is for the kind of technical side of it, for anyone that has messed with the .ini files, they've gotten rid of Fallout 4 VR custom.ini. It no longer uses that, it just uses the standard Fallout 4 custom.ini. So if you've had any adjustments or changes made to the previous one, you have to move it to the new one. Or, well, what is now the default one. But all the code that you've ever entered in the VR custom one works in this one. So, the other mod I had installed was the see-through scopes mod. I've disabled it. It's no longer in for obvious reasons, because it might interfere with the scopes now as they are. So a lot of what they've done with this update is they've tweaked a lot of the graphics and performance, and I'll show you what some of that stuff is. I think it runs better considering I have an under-spec machine. I think it looks and runs better. Now some people of course are hating on it, of course, but you know, it's always hardware stuff. You know how that's the problem with PC gaming, is any mix of hardware creates any mix of problems. So while, you know, some fixes work for a lot of people, sometimes it breaks other people's. But for me, this seems to work. Things look a lot better. The performance updates are nice. The performance control is nice. So I think we'll go ahead and jump in, and then I can show you a lot of what has been adjusted. So let me swap my cams. Oh no, wait, first let me. So now you can hear me on this microphone. And let's see. Swap over to 5 space cam. There it is. Alright. Good. Let me get a drink of water real fast while I'm off cam. Alright. So, here I am. Lighting's alright. There we are. Okay. Alright. I should be able to see y'all. Yeah, here we go. Right. So, we'll go into settings, and we'll see. A little bit of flicker going on. You can see now they've added performance, which is nice. So you actually get to enable the types of anti-aliasing. You've got a choice of disabled, FXAA, or TAA, which is on default. A lot of people swear by FXAA. I think it looks worse. A lot more people swear by disabling it entirely and say it looks amazing. I go, check your fucking vision because you must have salt and sand in your eyes. There's just no way that looks better. Of course, you've got this. A lot of this stuff had to be done in the customization. In the .ini files, you had to do it manually, but now they've enabled the ability to do it yourself. So now you've got shadow distance, shadow quality, so they've given you this. Rain occlusion. Rain occlusion is, of course, when it rains. Probably a lot of people notice that it rains indoors. Rain occlusion is, if you turn it on, it makes it so it doesn't rain indoors, but of course it adds a bit of a performance hit because it has to make those calculations. Of course, you got particles you can determine now. Character lighting. A lot of people like turning off. It does give you a little bit of a performance hit, and some people just don't like it. So yeah, there's that. I think they added some extra stuff here. Fixed Pip-Boy size. This is for the Pip-Boy on your arm if you don't want it to change size at all. So if you want it to just automatically be big, so you know when you bring it up to your face it grows so you can see it. You can now fix that to make it just permanently sized. I didn't like this because, of course, if, you know, it was a certain size up in my vision, it meant down here, it was also, you know, down here, it was also that fixed size. So there's that. They've added world scale adjustment. Now, this is one that was meant to address issues with player height. All this does is actually make the world bigger or smaller, so it makes you kind of feel bigger or smaller instead of height adjustment. I don't know. I feel like they really should have adjusted, you know, height. I don't understand what the challenge with that is. There's that. What else have they added? Highlight objects. Show activation preview. Use wand camera. Let's see. All this looks pretty much. Oh yeah, inverted map, Pip-Boy map. Some people felt like I might enable that. I've kind of gotten used to it, but a lot of people felt that the controls on the map were a bit backwards. So fair enough, we'll enable that. Anything else is pretty much standard as it was. I don't know if this was here before, and I'm not exactly sure what this is. Show active effects on HUD. I don't know, because there's something that's going on, and we'll see it probably when I go in. One of the big things they fixed is this now stays the same on exit. So, you know, every time we would log into the game, I would have to fix the Pip-Boy colors again. They finally fixed it, so it stays. So that's great. And everything else is pretty much as it was. So let's save that, go back. Load exactly where I left off. I was running around and I was trying stuff out, you know, making tests. So of course you can see where it disabled the place in red mod, where it determined I was using save files, modded game, but I've got that fixed now. This is where we left off, so. And for some reason you have to click again. So those are so far some of the changes they've made. a lot of stuff they've done inside the game as well, which makes this game look a lot better, I think. The anti-aliasing looks a lot better, and it's hidden a lot of the blur. I don't know if it's fixed it. I think it's hidden it better. I think it's, well, I think what it is it's made the anti-aliasing. See, here's the text in front of me. Okay, it's actually got me on the right hands this time. That's something that seems new, and a lot of people don't like that. I'm not entirely fond of it, but it is what it is. So it feels like stuff looks a lot better, especially up close. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that from the window you guys get projected, because I mean, I noticed things don't look as blurry in the recordings. But to me, inside the headset, I feel like I can see at a better distance. Of course, there's still some aliasing going on, but it's really that kind of screen door effect you get from the HMD, the headset. And if you don't know what that is, it's because, you know, there's only so many pixels in the current headset. The new HTC Vive Pro is supposed to have more, which should help that a lot, people are saying. But you know, the screen door effect, if you look out like a screen door or a screen window, you know, everything looks kind of maybe a bit blurry and a little bit pixely, sort of. That's kind of what the headset does, and there's only so much they can do about that. One of the things I noticed, and one of the things they said, is they fixed the star field. Now, I don't know if you can tell a difference, but I can tell a huge difference. It used to be the star field was this kind of very flickery, pixely kind of stuff. You know, stuff that gets trapped, you know, when a pixel gets caught between aliasing pixels. Now it looks a lot better. You kind of get these weird shifting things, but it doesn't really matter. It looks a lot better, of course. You look better up close. You're looking nice, Curie. So let's go ahead and check out the weapons. I should really be careful about this because okay, so we got this. I still got the sights mod, the reflex sights mod going. But I'll show you something else. I don't know if you can see this, but to me, the iron sights is a hell of a lot more visible than it ever used to be. It used to be if I held the gun out, looked down the iron sight at the very end of the gun was almost always lost between pixels, and it was always terrible. It looks like they've absolutely fixed that, which makes basic iron sights so much more usable. Glow sights. Some people said it didn't seem effective. I think it is. I can see the glow sights quite a lot better than I ever did before. Looks amazing because that little dot on the end was usually invisible due to distance blur and all that kind of stuff. Also, I noticed the weapons look a lot better. I'm not getting that weird shimmer effect that the weapons used to have. Most notably on Lucille here. Lucille was always looking kind of ghostly. She looks absolutely fine now, so they've fixed a lot of that kind of ghosting movement sort of thing your weapons always had. It was usually, I figure it was kind of a reprojection issue going on. I've noticed that reprojection seems a bit better as well. I'm getting a lot of performance boosts, so things look better, performance seems better. So now let's get on to the big fix, the scopes. So let's see here. Where's my sniper? So I'm gonna keep this down here, because you'll see why. Hey, Dark Omen. Oh dear. You're very sick, so you're just going to watch today. Oh man, I hope you feel better. So you can see as I start to look down at my sniper rifle, the screen's starting to go dark. But here's how scopes work. I bring this up to my face. Oh, here we go. This is their solution to making scopes work, which, honest to God, I felt like was the only solution anyway. I mean, what I thought they would do is you would bring it up to your face and automatically your whole face would turn into a scope. This is basically the most elegant solution. Some people say that feels like cheating because, oh, it's not a realistic scope. Let's be honest, folks. This engine was never going to be able to handle a realistic scope. Not with zoom, because that's a redraw, and redraws are extremely GPU heavy. And the engine that Fallout 4 is built on was already at the end of its life when Fallout 4 was in development, so there's no frickin' way they were getting redraws working. So that's why, you know, people say reflections and puddles look a bit cheap, because sometimes at night you'll see clouds in the reflections. You know, it's because it's a fake reflection. So this is the solution, and honestly, I like it. And you've got a hold breath mechanic. So if you've got you know, shaky hands, hold your breath, and you don't notice much if you move slow. But if I let go, so if I move like this, you know, this is unholding my breath. Now I'm gonna hold my breath. I'm moving my hand at the same rate, but it makes it move a bit slower, so it kind of adjusts for your hand. Now, I've got a couple problems. The only real problems I have with the way they've done the scopes is the area of influence on the scopes is freaking maddening. Because, you know, like, you know, the gun's down here. You know, my hand is outstretched. I don't want to look down and immediately... What has happened? Has the stream disconnected? Are we doing that again?
We must find the men of science and institutive learning. Surely they are out there still.
We're doing that again, aren't we? Hello, am I back? We may have to restart the stream PC if this keeps up. Hopefully I'm back. Alright. Hopefully. At least I get an audio cue when that happens. That is nice. Alright, well if that keeps happening, we'll restart the PC. So yeah, as I was saying, the only thing that sucks is the area of influence. Like, my hand shouldn't be outstretched and I'd be able to get into the scope. I would like to be able to bring it up to my face and initiate the scope. So I think, but of course this is a beta patch, they're taking feedback right now. So what I would like to see personally is, one, make the area of influence adjustable, make it customizable. Also, I would honest to God more like to see it be a button click somehow. Like, bring it up to your face and then make it be a button click to activate it. Because, you know, when you're sniping, you know, I want to take my face... Oh, you can, kind of, actually. Oh, never mind. Patch hasn't updated. But, you know, it's you know, you want to be able to, like, take your shot. You got your shot lined up, and then you go, you know, bam. Looks like that. Now, one thing you might notice is... Well, I can shoot right through my Pip-Boy. But, you know, I'm holding... You know, I like to pretend I'm holding my gun, right? So, if I hold it up like this, look, my Pip-Boy is actually in the way of the scope. I would like to see maybe if you go into scope mode, your other hand disappear. So I can, you know, hold it up like this, because now I can't hold a gun, you know, pretending like I'm actually holding it. I mean, I can look through the Pip-Boy, sure, but I don't necessarily like that. It's not something I enjoy. But, I do like the way they've implemented scopes. I think it's an elegant solution to a problem that they couldn't have really fixed any other way. Because this was honestly the way I figured they would fix it. You know, some people say that's cheating, but again, the engine just can't handle it, let's be real. If you know anything about redraws, then it can't, you know, the engine wasn't going to be able to do a real scope. So that seems to be pretty much a multitude of the fixes. Oh yeah, there is one more fix. They've fixed VATs. Let me show you how they've done VATs. So if I bring it up, notice it doesn't want to flick like crazy now. In fact, it seems to hold on where I'm actually aiming. I mean, it does flicker a little bit, but that's my own hand. You know, that's my own hand being a bit, you know, a bit shaky. But it actually seems to hold where I aim it now. So the flicker is gone and VATS is a lot more controllable. So they've really done a lot of improvements. I'm impressed with a lot of the improvements they've done. Bravo, Bethesda. Again, if they can make some adjustments to the scope, that would be more ideal. But otherwise, great job. This is a good patch update. Like I say, oh, one of the other things they fixed, flickering lights. You know, there was that one time we went into the dugout inn, the lights were flickering like crazy. They fixed that. And like I say, I get a lot more performance boost, things look better. Yeah, see that text. The text is something I think a lot of people don't like. I'd like to be able to control that. But otherwise, everything looks great. Right. So they've done a good job.
What kind of person pals around with a robot? Oh my god, you're not a synth, are you?
What's it to you? So put the weapon away. They said they fixed like the way that the controllers look when you've held it down, but you know, I didn't notice a difference. So there you go. That's pretty much the patch update. Again, it only really broke one mod, and I did disable the see-through scopes because there's no point now. But otherwise, yeah, I like this update. This was a good patch update, and they'll probably, once they get some feedback.
Settlement? Covenant? Nice, real clean. Strict entrance requirements, though.
Oh. So I mean, it's still in beta. There'll probably be some more adjustments.
Power
And
noodles. Sounds very nutritious. What type of noodles do you serve? Oh, Japanese. Watashi wa kuri desu. You know, I think this robot is broken.
So yeah, there might be tweaks that come out for it later. They are taking feedback on this patch right now, so. But I mean, I think things look great. I admit, I'm surprised at how well Bethesda did with this particular patch. I was not expecting what they gave us. So they've done well. Bravo, Bethesda. Some people, of course, people are raging, but you know, they can never be satisfied. They want a game on an engine that just doesn't exist. So, screw. I'm having fun. Some people have claimed stability issues, which, I mean, I haven't...
Are you here?
Nick? Oh God, it's really you.
Your skirt's a bit up.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Your skirt's kinda... well...
Happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here. I know an amount wasn't on the table when you went out to find him, but you deserve a reward. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Alright, we're going here.
When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
Well, he looked like a man.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. What else can you tell me?
My husband was murdered.
By a giant pony.
He was just trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they
I told him to give him a
just-
Sean.
just...
It's
Wasn't
okay.
his anyway.
You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers. But they waited until something went wrong to resort to
knows.
violence. Anything else you remember?
What? How have I done this?
We're looking for my baby, Sean. He's less than a year old.
I can't sit now.
Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? Why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Now, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Who are the Gunners?
That we've
High-end
encountered 20
mercenaries.
times.
No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
Super mutants. What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it. They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
So, you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype anyway.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
You don't know anything about them. Really?
Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories. And it's not just me. Any synth that gets trashed, left behind, or escapes the Institute has the same problem. Probably some kind of failsafe.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
Not really, but,
The
you know,
speculation is getting us off track.
for the sake of the plot.
Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
Well, one was a giant red freaking bald unicorn.
One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has Sean?
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
Well, that's just too old to be my kid. So let's just move on.
Maybe it's another kidnapped kid.
Yeah, either that or he's got a son of his own. Not a comforting thought in any case. Both of them vanished a while ago. Haven't been heard or seen since. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Alright, well, let's go. Don't worry, Curie, we'll get you sorted. Also, I'm facing sideways. There we go. It's almost done.
Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance, bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies, because they're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The M.O. is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off.
What, murdering vegetables? Frozen vegetables? I don't know, it doesn't seem hard. Vegetables typically don't fight back. After you.
Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See
Oh.
if I can get this open.
Oh, I could do it, probably.
It's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Sure, I got this. We're going in little Pip style. Come on, I got this. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Got it.
Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind.
Well, he left this hot plate. He'll never know we were here. Anything under here?
That seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big.
No. Now we want to make it. We don't want anyone to know that we were here, right? So don't touch anything. But no,
Nothing here.
Nope.
Check out that desk.
I'm working on it. Just be careful, you know. We want to be cautious. In case he comes back, we gotta keep this hush hush.
I'm telling you, something's not right. Look for anything out of sorts. Switch.
Does Hammer look out of sorts? No, it's fine. Calm down over there. He's got a silver pocket watch. Just saying. That seems suspicious. Why would you put that in a thing? Why isn't that Robo Dude a pony? Well, you know, he is an old model synth, you know. It's the later synths that look more like the people, right? So, you know, he said he's somewhere in between, so he's not quite there yet. So it's not entirely immersion breaking that he's a non-pony synth. Oh, we got something here. As soon as I can hit it.
Well, that's one way to hide a room. Well, look at this. All of a Merc's favorite thing.
Nuka-Cola? No, don't touch anything. We can't let him know we were here. Definitely don't want to show any signs that anyone's tampered with his stuff. Not one. I feel like I've changed the aiming a little bit on grabbing stuff, but... I mean, he somehow mystically crammed missiles inside that tiny box. Alright, Nick, be careful, I'm warning you. He's gonna know something's up. He's gonna know you were in here. Oh, he's got crappy corn. Corn and tape and handcuffs. Ooh. What was he eating? Nothing. Apparently I threw that. Alright, well, what do we got? That's a chair.
Gwinnett's stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, cigars, San Francisco sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
That's a weird shadow effect.
Any suggestions, Nick?
What about dog meat? Commonwealth mutt like him can track a man's scent for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so. Besides, you already have plenty of company. You can't all go sniffing through the Commonwealth after one man.
Any words of wisdom?
Kellogg really is the one who kidnapped your son. And he's dangerous. But so are you. You don't need to be afraid of him, or anything else the Commonwealth throws at you.
I want you with me on this, Nick.
Alright, Carrie, well, go back.
All right. Well, let's get that bastard. This is your show from here on out, okay? You say jump, I'll say how high.
Jump! God, he's already broken it. Alright, well, we gotta go to... How did you know about dog meat anyway? I'm confused. Oh, you're here. Wow, that is... you doing here? You just heard us call, huh? Or have you been following me? Is that what you've been doing? Alright, dog meat.
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. Got something, boy?
Oh. Let's go. And he's off. Hey, dog meat, how did you know to meet us here?
No skull in the league can withstand a swatter.
I wonder what has happened elsewhere. Is what has befallen the Commonwealth
The
atypical,
super salon
less
can
extreme,
give you the
more?
hairstyle
Have you
of
found someone that...
Child kidnapped. Mother braves dangers of the Commonwealth to find missing son.
Oh man, some other mothers had their child kidnapped and is going on a rampage. Oh, we need to meet that person. Alright. Is everything holding together? Fine, good. Looks like everything's alright. Alright, let's go, dog meat. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. You had to think about it.
Head on inside.
No, I'm not going inside. I'm going outside. What you got? Was Kellogg a stinky boy? Careful, dog meat. When I was testing last night, there was actually a legendary Yao Guai out here. Killed me in one freaking hit. How about we do a quick save?
Kellogg must have stopped here. Search around, see if we can pick up the trail.
What? Just stopped right here? Hi. Oh, is that the dog guy? It is. You're back. Hi. Nice hair.
Hey,
Hey there. You look like someone who could use a dog. Woman's best friend too, right?
you've got a deal.
Oh, yeah. You sure? I mean, she's a great dog. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to sell her to anyone who isn't going to take good care of her.
I'll take good care of her. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. You look like you won't eat her or anything. So, you really want to buy her?
How many different ways do you need me to say yes?
Yeah, I know. I don't actually end up selling a lot of dogs. I guess I'm not very good at selling dogs, but I just need a straight answer. Do you want to buy her or not?
Yes, I really want to buy your dog.
Okay. But you have someplace for her to live, right?
Yes, we'll send her to the Starlight Drive.
I guess that'll have to be okay. Okay, girl. This is your new owner. She's gonna give you a new home.
Aw.
Go on now.
Why don't you live there?
You be a good girl. Bye-bye. I gotta go. You take care of her, all right?
No.
Excuse me.
You better take good care of her.
I will. Well, you can come live. You can come visit. You can come live. I mean, you know. Dog meat, this isn't your show right now, okay?
San Francisco Sunlights.
Dog meat pick up the
Kellogg's
scent again?
preferred brand, all right.
Isn't Kellogg a brand in
What do you
itself?
think, boy? Enough to go on?
You can do go. Sniff out the scent. Let's go. You got it? Sniff it out.
We gotta stick together, pal. At least until we find Kellogg.
There you go. There you go. I feel bad about buying that guy's dog now. It's like he does, it's like, you know, it's that whole, because he does it because he needs the money, you know, and he gets a new dog and then he's fine. But it's like, he always makes you feel bad for it. Whoa! Mole rats! Oh, she mutated. Oh, good. Hi, good morning, sunshine. That was fun. Let's have some food. So what do we get? A sharp synth right leg. 1 charisma and intelligence.
Not doing them much good at this point.
Anything else really worth taking? One of the corpses flew clear back here. Nope. I think we're good. Alright. Let us carry on. Yeah, stuff in the very distance has an odd effect now. Huh. It's like a weird reflective thing that's going on. Sort of like if you've ever played Ark, sort of like water does with reflections in the distance. It's very... oh well. Not actually that bad. Given overall. Anything up here? What you got, dog meat? Going down? Oh, you're going down. Alright. Got for traps, boy. Almost always traps down here. There's a down turret. Oh.
Looks like another one of Kellogg's pit stops. Keep your eyes open.
Give me a bit of dog meat. We're going. Oh no, you're in a hurry. Yeah? Let's go. Come on, go find Kellogg. Go get us some cereal.
Lost the scent, boy?
Did you? You've lost the scent. Is there a cigar around here anywhere? Oh, here we go.
Bloody bandages.
Dog meat find
Dog
something?
meat can track this. Kellogg's still out there. We've got to track him, boy. Okay, boy. Let's track him.
Alright, let's go. Go find him. Go bite his nuts. Yeah, there you go. He's off for some old-fashioned nut biting. Mirelurks. Wonderful. Why'd it have to be Mirelurks? Oh, no, wait, that's brain fungus. I always get the eggs in the brain fungus.
Dog meat's got the scent. Now we just gotta follow him to Kellogg.
Yeah, no, I kind of assumed that. He's off. Got dogs.
Bothering anybody now.
Anything down there? No. Oh. It's just that. I thought it was the shadow made it look like it was a crow for a moment. Good? You taking a break? Alright.
I'll need your nose to track Kellogg, boy.
Follow your nose. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that a Yaogwai? It's a Yaogwai.
Something that sickly moved them. Just when I thought we were getting along.
Man, look at that thing. It is ugly. Looks a little better now. Sure, we'll take that. Looks like it's had some ramen. Let's keep going, dog meat. I'd bring out my scoped weapons, but in the case of following dog meat, we're... Yeah, we've been here before. We've been here, dog meat.
Right. Dog meat's found something. You know the drill.
What have you found? Hydrogen cans and an active landmine. Oh,
The
nope.
decoy, huh?
Fuck.
Clever.
Not me.
I feel like the reticle on picking stuff up seems a bit slower, but can't seem to. Hang on. Let's keep going, dog meat. I took a landmine to the face. How's your day going? Hang on. Don't trust this bridge. If this were The Walking Dead, this is where the zombies would come pouring out from under all the trucks. Like that. Like exactly like that. Exactly like that. Where are they? Don't eat my dog. disarmed him. Where's that coming from? Good morning, sunshine. Don't ignore me. There's fuel right there. Keep an eye out. In fact, let's go ahead and camera. Lady with the plunger. Ah. That's unfortunate. Got fuel just down right there. Shit. Freaking knew it. Get on my face. Toothbrush. At least he was hygienic. Isn't really worth taking. 10 mils. And some Wonder Glue. With you in a minute, dog meat. Just, checking out where these dudes were living. Dog meat, you've made the mistake of leading me into a place where there's stuff to explore, so, you know. I mean, we're still in... No, dog meat, don't worry about it. We're in no hurry. We're in no hurry, you know. I mean, Sean's just a babby, right? You know. He's not even interesting. I think that truck that was on fire just went off. There's a dude and a teddy bear. Just watching some television. Truck went off. Dog meat. They'll be fine. We'll just go down here, you know. Kellogg's not going anywhere. Forest Grove Marsh.
I don't expect this is what the former residents had in mind when it came to owning waterfront property.
Oh, Nick, you and your quips. Oh. But it looks like they made use of it. They've got gardens up here.
Keep moving. We're awful vulnerable. Cannibal.
It's the only one, don't worry.
I don't think we're alone.
No, we're not.
Not exactly. Now.
Oh, apparently we woke up the town. One on the roof over there. Don't worry, Nick. I got them all.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
There was one on that roof over there.
What's that?
Look who it is.
One behind you.
Speak of the devil.
Got him. Execute him.
Doing the world a service. You got my back. Head. You go.
We'll snoop them out.
Still one more. No, there's three more. There's one over there. There's at least two down below us.
I guess they got wise and bolted. Someone's coming.
Let's try this.
Lights out to you.
Something out there.
But the snipers at least work now. Missed. I just have to get better.
Dumb move.
Thanks, Nick.
Clear.
Are we good? Carrying too much and can't run. Uh-oh. I think the game just crashed. No, it didn't. Uh-oh. Let's quick save in case it was about to crash. Is everything still fine? Capture's still happening. That's still happening.